Let's start in a comfortable cross-legged seated position, and we'll work slowly into full lotus pose, our classic meditation posture. We'll begin in what's known as ankle to knee pose. This posture stretches many of the muscles and even the connective tissue at the knee and hip that we need to open up before approaching full lotus. So stack your right ankle over the left kneecap, shift your weight over to your left hip, and bend your left knee. When you try to drop your right knee, it might be difficult, so placing a blanket or a pillow underneath that knee can be very helpful. It's like raising the floor up to your knee. Try to cup the floor with your fingertips, and then we're going to walk forward little by little. Have a lot of patience here as you try to come forward. Another option is to bring your ankle to your calf muscle. By taking your knees a little wider apart in this way, it makes it easier for your knees to drop, and it helps you to come forward. This posture stretches the deep 6 hip muscles, the 6 hip muscles that are below the gluteals. Once back in ankle to knee posture, we'll sit tall, and if you're more experienced, then once you've gained a little more flexibility, try to come all the way towards the floor. The last thing to drop will be your head and neck. This posture also releases the sacral area, the sacrum, which is the small triangular wedge just below the spine. Now bringing the right foot into half lotus towards the belly, we can approach full lotus. If you can drop your right knee to the floor below the left heel, you're probably ready for full lotus, but be very mindful of the inner knee, what's known as the medial meniscus. You're putting a lot of pressure on the inside of the knee here. The femur bone and the shin bone can pinch the medial meniscus. Once in full lotus, sit tall, the spine erect. And if you'd like to create a little more core strength, straighten the arms, lift your hips off the floor, coming into the scales position. More advanced practitioners can rock, and eventually you might be able to lift your hips up. Take your knees to the upper arms and arch the back of the neck, lift the chin, and eventually you may even lift the legs up and overhead.